Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Geez, let me situate myself a little bit more here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. One sec, y'all. This hair. One of these days, I'm just going to shave it all off. I've done it before, believe it or not. I've cut my hair completely short and never looked back, and then it keeps growing back. So anyways, shout out to everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I see oh my god, all these members, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all stand with Miriam. Oh, whew. It's a lot going on, you guys. It's a lot going on. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome Chico in the house too. Thank you guys. Tico Tits, how you doing, love? Oh my gosh, y'all. I know. Listen, it's been a very busy week and a half and a busy week this week. Baby Bunny turns 2 on Friday. I have a video here that I did when I announced that I was pregnant and delivering on the same day because I didn't tell people that I was pregnant. Everybody, thank you guys for being here. Yes, everybody. Listen, hi Marilyn, how are you, love? I've been watching your stuff. I'm catching up. There's so many great SPTV community creators. And I'm catching up. Definitely love your stuff. Thank you, Marilyn, for being here. Look, I've been busy. Y'all, I've been busy. I've been researching. Some of y'all are, I do true crime on my channel. That's like my main niche. But true crime and cults obviously go together. So I'm trying to find a balance for it all. I have been so deep, heavy into the Justice for Selena book and all the docuseries that's coming about that. If you've been watching that, make sure you check out that playlist. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of research, a lot of pulling articles from 1995 and, putting this story together because now you got this family, the lady that shot Selena, her family is trying to rewrite history, and we ain't gonna let that happen. No, we're not. If we can do something about it. Shout out to everybody. Yes, thank you, Pebbles. Yeah, so Baby Bunny's birthday is on Friday. And some of you guys have asked me, Rabbit, can you update the Amazon wish list? So Amazon wish list I have for my channel for some things that I might need, like Panko bought this for me, and then who else? Cheek Spot, it's behind the little globe, but bought the little rabbit LED light, which is awesome, and just a couple things that you guys have purchased for me that I have, and then I have toys for Baby Bunny. So somebody said to me, Rabbit, please put some stuff for Baby Bunny, more stuff. So I'm gonna put more stuff up there. Her birthday's on Friday. She asked a thing about Coco Melon. Oh, Wim, thank you, Wim. Baby Bunny and Coco Melon. We went to Target, and what does she see? She sees a Coco Melon sweater, and she wants the Coco Melon. I mean, she wants everything Coco Melon at this point. She loves Coco Melon. She loves Baby JJ. That's her thing. Okay, Baby JJ is the homeboy at this point. That's just how it is. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, shout out to everybody. Thank you guys. Wim, thank you for gifting 10 members. If you guys got a membership from Wim, put a heart in the chat. Please and thank you, Jen. Thank you for gifting 5 members. Thank you so much. If you got memberships from Jen, please put a heart in the chat. Yes. Listen, she is like terrible twos at this point. That's where she's at. She's like terrible twos to threes. She's a girly girl. She is totally the opposite of me. I was a tomboy. Didn't really like a whole lot of Barbies and stuff. Like that just wasn't my thing. But she's the opposite. She's a girly girl. That's what she is. She likes makeup. She likes nails. She likes shoes. That's what she likes. Yes, ma'am. All right, guys. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much. Let's get to the topic. Mm, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But I want to say something real quick. I want to say shout out all the wonderful people that were in LA. Um, I was gonna do a video about this, but I kind of, like I said, I was really busy this weekend and have been busy with other research. It was amazing to see if you guys saw the live with the scroll with all the names of the children. I thought that was amazing. That was so, if that could be like put in a cement sidewalk or whatever with people's names, that'd be so powerful. I love that. I love that. I bet all those names could probably fill out that whole area. It's just amazing to see people get together and really support each other. So shout out to them. It was. I'm not gonna lie, Kelly. Like I was gonna, and I was like, I kind of kept all that to myself. Um, yeah, that's what I did. She goes like, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciated the break, so thank you. Yeah, it was research. That's what I've been doing. I mean, in my mind, I've been breaking and doing other things, but it was research that I've been doing. But listen, we we got a lot to expose and a lot to talk about, and we will continue to do what we do best. Hold up, I hear myself. Here it is. Which is keep talking and exposing and lifting up survivors of this situation. I want you guys to go subscribe to, hold up, let me make sure I got the name right. Rage Against the Dark Arts. This is Mirriam Francis's channel. I'm so happy that she has started this channel. I think it's awesome and amazing. She had a little message that I think it's very important to kind of talk about and react to. I mean, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments as we're watching this. It's awesome. I'm so happy for Miriam and everyone else that's speaking out. I'm also noticing a theme here with folks that are speaking out and feeling like like people are coming for you in the comments or in Reddit or whatever, or on Twitter, trying to shame you for speaking out or for what else? Monetize. I mean, they'll find any piece of anything to shame anybody. And at this point, I mean, y'all can kiss it. I don't care. We're gonna keep supporting and doing what we do best. Okay.
Me today, I just wanted to take the time to address Mike Rinder's blog. In Mike Rinder's blog, there were a number of mistruths, outright lies,
Hmm.
and all around just quite deceptive. So let's get into that. I have prepared a statement, so I hope you'll bear with me, and I will go ahead and read that. Dear Mike Rinder, it's taken some time to get to a point where I've been ready to address your blog because this has been painful. You took information which was given to you under the guise of helping victims. You took information which was given to you under the guise of competence and protection, and in between that, you carefully wove your assumptions, misrepresentations, and untruths about me.
Mm.
This has been painful for me. In order to address your blog, I am going to just focus on very specific points, which are the main aspects which were most hurtful to me personally. While you invoke the names of several people, I wish to make it clear that this is personal between you and I, me, a victim of child sexual abuse,
Yes.
and you, one of the many people who covered it up. All these years, you had kept me ignorant. You believe that you could get away with it because the people around you don't ask you questions. When you say they did it, no one ever asks you who or how, and you got used to that. Had I recorded our phone conversation, it would not have been illegal, and I never said that it would have been. Under the guidelines of a pretext phone call, I am allowed to record a phone conversation with anyone who had knowledge of the sexual abuse crimes that were committed against me as a child. I simply chose not to do an audio recording. However, I did take detailed notes. From
Yes.
that phone contact onwards, you began to engage in harassment and intimidation of me. I was fearful of you. I wondered at the lengths you would go to destroy me, because I knew the things about you that you don't want known. I had been
This is so. Can I just say, like, ooh wee. I know that this was really hard for her, but I know that Miriam is very determined to seek answers and stand up for what is right. So shout out to Miriam for doing that and calling it out.
had been looking at your crimes, staring into the dark underbelly of your past, and I knew what you were capable of. But what would you do to me? I wondered. What could you possibly do? And then you posted my LAPD police report online. You used my
I
LAPD
saw that.
police report to attempt to support your claim that you provided information to the detectives.
How do you put that in the blog that says, don't go after Miriam, but here is the police report and it's not even redacted? Like, I'm telling y'all, there was a lot that I held back when I saw. And yeah,
Yet the report itself detailed that the information that you provided was about the beliefs of Scientology. Beliefs don't commit crimes, do they, Mike Rinder? People
true.
commit crimes. And even if that was your point, a point which you were unable to prove, it wasn't necessary to put my LAPD police report on the internet in full and unredacted, was it? Never mind that both mine and Sina's, another child sexual assault victim's, personal information was on display. But this is your callous disregard for child victims, isn't it, Mike Rinder? You placed my LAPD police report straight into Scientology's hands. You ensured that Scientology would not miss it by promoting it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, right into the hands of the Office of Special Affairs, your former office. You would know the lengths that they would go to prevent a case like mine from going forward. You, as the former head of OSA, who oversaw all legal matters, you would know, wouldn't you? So which side are you truly on?
Ooh, wee, girl. Mm.
My LAPD police report is a document that you only have because of your privileged access to information in relation to the show Leah Remini, Scientology and the Aftermath, in which I appeared. You had access to that document because you pretended to be helping victims, and I believed you. Now, speaking of the existence of documents, you have misquoted me in relation to my seeking of my mother's affidavit when you claim that I said it was useless. I never said that. I was describing that in relation to the Australian case, where the perpetrator had provided a detailed confession, it wouldn't be as high of a priority before the case could progress further.
Yes.
I didn't realize that you would twist my words. So to clarify on that further, in relation to the US case, the affidavit would be extremely valuable, especially as this case is awaiting decision to prosecute by the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office.
My goodness. Like, this is just so insane. Tricky Vicky, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Love and supporting my channel. Kelly Copter says, hashtag I stand with Mirriam. Kelly, I just want to tell you, like, you know, and I was reading your posts and all this stuff. It's really weird how the folks are acting. Like, if you have a nonprofit, if you are in a foundation and you stand by it and you say something to the effect of, like, you know, we're not going to criticize, we're not going to drag, because you're in that foundation. Now, that rule doesn't apply to everybody, right? What? I don't get it. It's like there's just this huge disconnection. I can't even quite understand it. I don't even know how to put it into words. The disconnect. Like, if I was in a position, this is just me. If I was in a position where I was hurting people, okay, and I had information, I had left that position, it's very simple. It would have been like, I will do whatever I can to be as transparent as possible, not worried about being recorded, because maybe that recording could help say a case. Uh, you know, and do whatever it is that I can to help people. Like, that's what I would do. I would not try to hide under people, hide under words, hide behind an Emmy, hide behind, like, I wouldn't. I don't get it. She is brave. She deserves justice. I honestly, like, shout out to Mirriam.
An affidavit which includes admittance of knowledge of what happened to me could bear necessary weight to charge that case. I do not speak on behalf of law enforcement and their investigation. I only intended to communicate why it was otherwise personally and emotionally important for me. Given that the affidavit was in my mother's words about the harm that was perpetrated against me, I have the right to speak about why that would be personally and emotionally important to me. You also portrayed that there was never a reason that I should wonder about the existence of this affidavit. And yet there is an email from the production supervisor from back in 2017, which indicates that these documents did exist. And yes, she told me that the documents with my name on them couldn't be released to me due to confidentiality.
By the way, that email from 2017. I saw the original email. It's a real email. She's telling the truth. She's always told the truth in terms of this matter. Y'all can hate the message. You can hate the truth. You can hate it. You can hate the sender or the messenger. You can do that. But the truth is the truth. Okay? You can hate the truth. You can hate the messenger, but the truth is the truth. Right?
Okay, so let's just take a look at that. Okay. So
yes, I will, Poe. I've been meaning to. I was telling everybody that I've been so busy. I probably will get back to everybody. So Baby Bunny's birthday's on Friday, but yes, I will.
So this is an email to Grania, the production supervisor. I said, "Hi, Grania. I was just wondering if it is possible to get the statements sent to me that were made by the Church of Scientology and my mother in regards to the sexual abuse
I
by my
saw this
father.
email.
Thank you. Kind regards, Mirriam." So Grania replied on the 30th of August, 2017, and she said, "I just want to clarify, are you asking for the statements about you that were sent to the show from the church and your mother?" And I wrote back, "Yes, the statements that were sent to the show in relation to me." Grenier wrote me back on the 13th of September 2017. "Hi, Mirriam. Thank you for your patience. I checked with our attorney on this. The letters that were sent to him are supposed to be kept confidential. The letters from the church that mention your name are also part of a larger set of legal claims that involve contributors from other episodes, another reason why they should be kept confidential. I want to assure you that our attorney is not worried or concerned about any of the claims that were made by the church in their letters, and he will be responding to them. I'm sorry that I'm not able to share the letters with you directly." Okay. So these emails are the reason why I believe that the documents did exist, and also because they were mentioned in the show that I did,
Yes.
Reminisce Scientology in the Aftermath. Yet Mike Rinder makes it out like I have somehow dreamed up the existence of this affidavit.
Or that she is part of, or that we are part of some movement to remove them of some board or whatever. Ain't nobody, I do not, let me tell you something. I didn't know he was part of a board. I do not give a crap. Like, I mean, to a certain degree, I do and I don't, because the way I see it is like, and I don't even think Mirriam is so for, this isn't about that. This is about transparency. I think that's the biggest thing. But, I feel like we're missing something. I feel like a lot is not being said, and a lot of people are walking on eggshells as far as this topic goes. And that's unfortunate because I hate walking on eggshells on anything. But I don't know. Some's not making sense in terms of like their reaction to all of this. Something just feels weird. And every time I think about this, it just feels weird to me. And this is why, like, when I saw that email and when I hear Miriam speak, I feel so bad because I feel like the people that are in this foundation, or that, like, y'all aren't as fired up as some of us that were never in are, you know? It's just, it's off. Self-preservation potentially. I don't know. Everybody's touching the situation in a very weird way. That's all. Why should a GoFundMe fundraiser be held when the Aftermath Foundation has the funds? Sounds like a, when is there's a GoFundMe? This is deplorable. This money belongs to the people, not the so-called board. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it Kamisha? There's a GoFundMe? Who said? I had never heard of that. Who? There's a GoFundMe? See, if that is true, let me know. There's a GoFundMe for the then now that's the first. Listen, you're gonna have to send me a link if that's true, because I don't know how I feel. I don't know. That would be crazy if that's the case.
And that's quite ridiculous.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Okay. And the other thing as well is that he never told me that that he had confirmed with the lawyer. The lawyer had said where the affidavit was never actually received as a document, that it was given to him, a statement was given to him verbally over the phone. That wasn't communicated to me in regards to the affidavit. So I'll go on with this statement here with my letter to Mike Rinder.
Oh, okay. So, but that's not for the Aftermath, correct? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Gotcha. I think the GoFundMe is for Mirriam, set up by the Never Ends. Gotcha. So it's not for the foundation. Okay. I thought that y'all meant, at least the way that comment read, it was a fundraiser or GoFundMe for the Aftermath Foundation. That's how I understood that comment. So that's not the case, correct? You said it. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying. I know I just about lost it. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, and that's awesome, Poe. So you're hosting a GoFundMe, a fundraiser for Sunday. Yeah, I went on panic mode for a minute because I maybe misunderstood that. Thank you. Okay, on Sunday to raise the rest of the funds that are needed. Thank you so much, Jen, for clarifying that. I'm telling you, I read that and I said, wait, it's for the Aftermath Foundation? Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. It's for Mirriam. Oh, okay. Ooh, see, I'm down for that. That would be awesome. Thank you so much, Jen, for the super chat, by the way. Yeah, y'all are amazing. I think that's a great idea. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I definitely misunderstood the first comment, y'all.
You never confirmed back to me conclusively that the lawyer said that the affidavit was mentioned to him verbally. What you told me is that you had the information I needed, but that you would only give it to me if I gave you what you wanted. If your actions were purely fueled by your own paranoia, which is what you are clearly saying in your blog, then Claire Headley, who was in the position to see both sides, could have at any stage stepped in and helped. I thought that she would protect me from your wrath and retaliations, but I was wrong. Instead, all of this culminated in Claire Headley sending me the new aftermath waiver, and she sent that to me. Mike Rinder refers to this as like a little waiver, something that is, he kind of alludes to would be, me being petty that I would reject it.
Let me just say something. I do think it's weird that they have this waiver. Now, I've heard of there have been waivers, like if you're getting some kind of financial help or whatever, but I've never heard of a waiver that basically says that you can't talk about people on the board when you get this help. I've never heard of anything like that. So what happens if you break the waiver? Do you not get the help? Kind of wondering. And thank you, Pozos. That's what you want to talk to me about. Okay, that would be awesome. I'll definitely get back to you before the weekend, before I could probably email you back this week. I'm sorry. I've just been so busy, but I'll definitely get back to you. I'm down to help whatever we can for this fundraiser. I think it's great. Yeah, and keep in mind that YouTube does take like what 40%, I think. I think it's 40, I'm pretty sure. There's stipulations. Now I've worked in nonprofits before where people like you make them like let me just think back. When I worked in a couple nonprofits, you would make them sign a waiver, like say like if you're giving, say, a cash voucher or a gas card or something like that to help somebody, you would make them sign that they received that gift card. But that is more so for like tax purposes. Like you're actually demonstrating that this gas card or whatever went to such and such person, or maybe like you're helping, I don't know, buy school clothes. You're demonstrating that some of that money, like through a Walmart receipt or something like that. That's what I've used a waiver for. But it's never been to kind of withhold folks from speaking against folks. That would be stupid. Like, you don't do that.
But the point that I would like to make is that the wording in it was far too
Thank you,
strong
Poe.
for me to agree with. And in particular, I had every right to be alarmed about that. Going from my recent experience and interactions with a aftermath board member, and so my response to that is, I'll read it from here. I never signed the waiver that Claire Headley thrust towards me the day before I spoke out publicly against you on Rabbit's channel. I never agreed to irrevocably and forever hold harmless the representatives of the Aftermath Foundation. I never agreed to conduct myself in a cooperative manner at all times with its representatives. I never agreed to be silent about child sexual abuse and your omissions. You and I know how difficult it is to pursue a criminal case across international waters. I have spent the last 12 years attempting to do just that. If I was currently living in the US, I would have filed a police report against you for your attempts to intimidate and harass me. But you enjoy the comforts of living across international borders and know that I cannot do anything about it. The only comfort that I take is that now the whole world knows that you are a criminal. The difference between you and I is that in order to discredit me, you had to lie, and I don't have to do that.
That's right.
You talk about Scientology committing crimes, but beliefs don't commit crimes. People commit crimes, and one day your name will make international headlines in an article detailing the decades of child sexual abuse that you covered up. Maybe you'll write a blog about it. Every day, victims of sexual assault are marginalized. They are alienated and isolated. It is still one of the least understood crimes.
Yep.
Historical cases, particularly ones where the crime took place during a victim's childhood, and especially if within an institution, are difficult to prosecute. My agenda is to expose Scientology's institutional harms to children, and that includes any network or persons which perpetrated that harm, whether in the past or currently.
Are you guys sure? It's interesting because Grandma, you're right. All they need is a simple liability waiver, and they have an attorney on the board. So, has the attorney reviewed those waivers? Not a waiver that tells people that they can and cannot say to the public. It's just insane that, and also, um, it, um, it's just so weird overall. Like, what would be the purpose? Like, why would you want to sign a waiver that says that you can't speak out against a member? What if you are hurt by a member later on? Or what if something were to happen? Or like it's weird. And and because even the ethics a part of that as well. I think back to Aaron's video. I saw some of those emails, and let me just say, oh my God, nothing is what it seems when it came to this board. People like to put a front here a lot, especially that group. You just the impression that I have, I mean, literally, I cannot believe like I was a fan of the show, thought the show was great, and then seeing what I see now is just weird. It's off. Like I don't even know what to make of it, y'all.
I am particularly focused on sexual assault victims because of my personal experiences. Sexual assault victims are historically silenced and shamed. Sexual assault crimes are intimate and invasive forms of
Yes.
violence. These victims are survivors of an often unseen and unheard war that for many continue to live on in their everyday life and prevent them from falling asleep at night.
Yep.
Do you know what that specific kind of torment feels like? Victims can and should ask questions. They should be allowed to ask who and how, no matter how awkward or uncomfortable it makes people feel. We deserve to inquire about what happened to us and what happened
Absolutely.
to other children who were harmed in a similar way.
Why does it seem like the waiver is more of an NDA? That was the point that I was trying to make, and it took me forever. Jinx says, has anyone else signed this waiver? People have received help. Why does the waiver sound like an NDA? Like, are you signing an NDA or a liability waiver? That's what it sounds like to me. Rinder is aging the show like Tyra Banks age top model. Stop! Don't mess with Tyra Banks. I love me some Tyra Banks.
We are not required to bear the weight of other people's crimes, living out our lives as good victims.
Even though there's something about Tyra Banks that I don't agree with. There's a lot of things actually, but still.
Quietly absorbing all of the pain and discomfort into our own bodies. We don't have to suffer for others. We have the power to compel conversations and drive change. We can make a difference for each other, for ourselves. Sexual assault victims need recognition, and the harm that they experience needs acknowledging. They need to be seen, they need to be heard. That is my agenda.
Yep.
If you do not believe that is a worthy enough cause, then I respectfully request that you get out of my way.
Yes, thank you.
Sincerely, Mirriam Francis.
No, Mirriam, you don't have to respectfully. You just tell them to get the get out of my way. Not respectfully, get out of my way. If you're not going to help, get out of my way. That's what you do. Don't say respectfully, because they lost respect the minute that they started attacking you, twisting your words, and coming after you, love. The respect out the window. Out the window. That's right. What did Ludacris say? Move, bitch, get out of my way. That's what Ludacris said. Infamous says, this is what I was asking. I said, is a waiver be the same as the NDA? Is it the same? Is it the same? I've never heard of I'm just, is it an NDA or is it a waiver? Which one is it? That's right. Yo, your comments. Listen, shout out to her. I love that she said this, but I'm just saying, like, at this point, there is no respect. It is what it is. To me, they lost respect a long time ago. Mm-mm.
Okay, so that is my response to Mike Rinder's blog. Thank you so much for listening. And look, hopefully we will be able to move on to some other topics. I've got a ton of things that I want to go over. And
Yes.
I also one of the things that I really would like to do is to present to you some of the cases that I have been looking at and start pulling them apart, so you can
Yes.
actually start to see some of the things that I was coming across. It's an opportunity for the
Miriam's research on some of these cases is very, very thorough. I definitely recommend y'all go check her out in this new channel. Please do so. I pinned it in the what is it in the chat, so you guys can go sub up to her. Please do so. Please go support her.
those victims to have their story heard again, once again, and that's really important. So wherever I can shine a light on that, I am going to do so. Okay,
That
so thank you again, and I will hopefully talk to you soon.
so is see, there you go, but that's the same question I have. So let's not forget that the waiver covers everything from the past, present, and future. So is this waiver an NDA or is it a waiver? Which one is it? I just I've never have known of a waiver to cover past, present, and future. Because what if something comes out in the past? And isn't it convenient that the past would also be in this waiver? It is an NDA, and it's a whack-a-mole strategy that Church of Scientology and Aftermath uses. A problem emerges, they find some sort of fix. The AF does not want to be truthful, so they just whack the problem away poorly. Mm, that's interesting. So if Mirriam, that's oh my God, I don't know. Why would a nonprofit sign a waiver, make you sign a waiver that excludes you from bringing awareness? That's $1 million question. Exactly, Layla, right? Fuck everything. Listen, this group specifically, because I know y'all were trolling me in the comments. I don't like your potty mouth. Okay, tell your mom about it because I really don't care. I say what I say. I mean, this is why when she said respectfully, I said, no, love. I'm sorry. That respect was out the window a long time ago. You say what it is that you want and you stand on it. Layla says, "Fuck trying to be respectful when they insist on being disrespectful continuously as a way to keep you quiet. Screw them all. Say it loud and say it with conviction. Stand on it. That's what you got to do." Thank you, Layla. Exactly. Exactly. So I'm just saying, I know I was peak, I was here, I was hurting some fifis and I said, well, damn, I'm grown. I don't know about you. Tell your mom. Don't tell me about it. Tell your mom because I can't do nothing about it. Mm-mm. That's right, Kelly. The waiver wouldn't be a big deal if they weren't all ex-executives. The fact that victims might have history with these people is problematic. Yes, I would agree. I mean, that right there, ethically, it's not okay. It just isn't. And people are looking away and turning a blind eye. That's on you guys, you know? Trying to circumvent the statutes of limitations, says Nebulous. Ooh, we. Is that the way to do it, right? You nailed it, Kelly, on that one for sure. You can't collect super chats. What'd you say on YouTube fundraiser? I thought, ooh, I see, and I don't know. That's a great point. You are allowed to potty mouth while you're potty training, Rabbit. That's right. We're not even there yet, but at some point, y'all gonna see me go crazy at some point. Um, yeah, it's like exactly. It's like starting a sentence with no offense, but just to excuse saying something offensive, right? No offense, but you know it's going to be offensive. You know you're about to say something really offensive after you say no offense, you know? Um, yeah, right, Kathy, it is wrong. Absolutely. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to do a quick little reaction to that. Yo, like let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm trying to schedule something during the week to bring another special guest. But like I said, I've been so busy this week with research and other true crime cases that I'm doing. And then I have an appointment here in a little bit. So I will see you guys on the next one. Please hit the like button and you guys have a great time. I might go live later on today on some other stuff. Y'all have a great one. Bye, guys.